How's it going, guys? This is Twister and today I'm back with another GTA Online video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the Slamvan Custom because it's recently been discovered that after obviously the update where we've been able to upgrade the normal Slamvan into the Slamvan Custom, this new Slamvan Custom has pretty much become the fastest car in the game in terms of its top speed, and it's absolutely crazy. I've raced with it a couple of times. I've obviously been in races where other people have used this car and it is so damn quick, it's unbelievable. But there's a bit of a trick to it, and it's to do with the hydraulics and the suspension of the car itself. So as you guys know, when you upgrade the Slamvan into the Slamvan Custom, it becomes a lowrider, so you can buy the different hydraulics and obviously use the hydraulics on the car. So how this actually works is when you're activating the hydraulics on the car, you can tilt the front of the car up and that will bring the rear of the car further towards the ground, and when you're driving in a straight line, this will make your car just go so unbelievably fast in terms of acceleration, and then when you actually get to the top speed of this car, it's absolutely insane. And it's kind of more of a glitch than anything. It's a bit how the Banshee, when the Banshee was patched, they kind of did something to the suspension which made the suspension have loads of little compressions, which in GTA when the suspension is compressing up and down, such as when you're going over bumps, that'll actually make your car go faster. And as far as I'm aware, that's kind of what's happening here with the Slamvan. When you raise the front and the rear gets lowered, you're doing loads of compressions with the suspension, and when you're driving in a straight line, the car will just go unbelievably fast. So that's the basics of how it works and what's actually making the Slamvan become a super fast car once you're actually using it. But there's a little bit more to it. So people have been finding out that if you actually have the competition suspension upgrade on a normal Slamvan before you take it into Benny's and upgrade it into a custom Slamvan, this will actually make the suspension even lower once you have the custom Slamvan upgraded to a lowrider, and then that will make the kind of top speed glitch work to an even greater effect once you're actually using the hydraulics. And on top of that, you can probably even do the manual lower glitch where you shoot the rims and then that will lower the car twice. You could probably do that to make it go even faster, but I'm not too sure. However, I do know that it definitely does work if you have the competition suspension upgrade on a normal Slamvan before you upgrade it to a Slamvan lowrider. So you might be able to see in the gameplay just how fast this Slamvan can go once you get onto the straights and do this little hydraulics trick. I'm racing against another Slamvan Custom, a Dominator and a Dukes, I believe, and the two Slamvan Customs in this race were by far and away quicker than the other cars, and I'm suspecting this is just now the fastest muscle car outright. It's still a little bit tricky to handle around the corners, but as soon as you get onto a straight and you do the hydraulics glitch, you'll just be going so much faster than any other muscle car that it's probably, in my opinion, the fastest muscle car in the game. And once you get up to that top speed, even if you're doing drag races in free mode, you'll go faster than supercars with this glitch. It is that insane. So like I said, it is at the moment pretty much a glitch. I definitely don't think it's intended to work this way. It's just how the suspension works in GTA and the kind of glitch and tricks you can use, the hydraulics and shooting the rims and the actual suspension upgrades. It all comes together to actually make the car go incredibly fast, and I don't think this is intended to work. I definitely don't think Rockstar had plans for this to become the fastest car in the game. Faster than the Adder, faster than the Banshee as well, because the Banshee 900i got a similar patch which made that become the fastest car. But it is definitely still a lot of fun to drive. It is still quite hard around the corners, and it's especially hard to try and get the braking points right, because when you're on a straight and you're going so fast, trying to judge the braking distance when you're going that fast in this car, it's quite difficult because the brakes still aren't terribly great on the Slamvan Custom. They're not terrible like they are on the normal Slamvan, but they're still not as good as a lot of other cars in the game, so you will need to brake very, very early after being on a straight and you're using the hydraulics to go super fast. So there's my opinion on this car. I definitely think it is possibly the new fastest muscle car, beating the Dominator around most tracks, especially where there's a lot of straights. I think Bruffy said he'll be doing his testing on this car and all the different upgrades and how fast exactly this car is compared to the other cars in the muscle class, so that might actually be uploaded as this video is uploaded. So definitely keep an eye out for Bruffy's video, because he'll probably go into a lot more depth on this car and how fast it actually is. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But that pretty much wraps up my video. Just wanted to talk about it, have a little bit of discussion, give you my thoughts on it. I think it's definitely a fun car to drive. That's the most important thing. On top of it being really incredibly fast, it's a lot of fun to drive on some different racetracks. So if you have actually got this car, if you have got the Lowrider Custom version of it, definitely make sure you try it out and test it out in a couple of races. And if you haven't actually already bought one, then buy your normal slam van, get the suspension upgrade on it, the competition suspension, convert it to a lowrider, and then see how fast you can really go in this thing, because it is pretty amazing and it might not be around for too long if Rockstar decide to give it the good old patch, which I think they possibly might do sometime in the near future. So there's my thoughts on the new Slamvan Custom Lowrider, the new fastest car in the game with its incredible top speed. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have found it helpful and you have found it useful, definitely make sure you leave a like rating, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll hopefully see you all in my next video. See you later, guys.